Okay guys, so in this session I am going to start another topic of controlling, that is cost center accounting. Okay. So we'll discuss about the cost center accounting. I'll just explain how to set up the cost center, how to create this cost center, and what is the use of cost center generally. And before setting up, we need certain configurations. We need to have certain configurations and all. So all the required configurations I am going to tell you guys, whichever configurations required to create a cost center, those configurations I am going to tell you guys. And in this session I have to uh, let you know guys how to create a cost center, what is the use of cost center, and I have added one more thing here, cost center wise report as well. So I'll try to explain in the easiest way so that at least you guys will have a basic concept about this cost center accounting. So let us start. So we'll explain the next slide here generally. Now, so this second slide says cost center accounting is used to identify the cost incurred by an organization. Now, this line is pretty simple. It's saying like cost center accounting generally, what is the use of cost center accounting? Of course, somewhere it is related to the cost itself. And I told you guys earlier also that whichever managements are there of any organization, they will be pretty much concerned about the cost. They will always try to control the cost which is taking place, because they know very well that if they have to increase the profitability of any organizations and all, it means somewhere or the other they must have to control the cost. Okay, so here the same thing is being explained here, that what is it, the slide is saying like cost center accounting is used to identify the cost incurred by an organization. Now, cost center is a division or organizational unit within controlling that add to the cost of an organization. Now, what is happening? Cost center is an organizational unit or division of controlling. How we can say it is organizational unit? Say for example, if you want to see cost at different department level, like what is the cost which is taking place for entire account department, HR related, production related, or any other departments, sales and marketing. So what will happen, for every division we are going to create a cost center, and then that's how we are going to track a cost. Now, how, that is the matter of practical. Once I show you guys practically, you'll be having better understanding here. So I'll give you a very simple example, but before that let me explain this remaining things also. Like for example, research and development, marketing, and customer services. So these all are different activities, and for this the cost will be taking place. Now, companies may choose to classify business unit as a cost center. The main objective of cost center accounting is to plan the cost, compare with the actual, and prepare the variance analysis report. This is going to be a bit confusing, guys. Generally, what is happening in cost center, we are having certain functionality, like we can allocate certain cost, and then we have to see like what is the like plan cost. Allocation means plan cost. Initially itself we have planned that for this activity we have allocated this much cost, 1 lakh rupees, and what is the actual cost at the end of the year. They are going to see what is the actual cost, what is the actual how much cost has taken place. So let's suppose 1 lakh rupees we have allocated for a particular cost center, say for example production cost center. In order to produce a goods, we have allocated 1 lakh rupees as a cost, that is called plan cost. Now we found that it has taken 1,10,000 rupees. So that is the actual cost. Plan cost we have allocated 1 lakh rupees, and actual cost has taken place 1,10,000 rupees to produce that, to manufacture that goods. So what is the variance here? 10,000 negative. Okay. 10,000 has exceeded from our assumption or from our budget. So this is how management, again, they will decide like why this variance has taken place, where are the loopholes and all, and based on that they're trying to control the cost and all. Anyway, so here I'm going to in this now I will just let you know guys what are the configuration steps are required, and then what are the and how to create a cost center. We'll post certain transaction, and then I'll show you guys how to see the cost which has taken place. Now say for example, let's suppose, okay, now let's suppose we have to track all the cost, production related cost. Okay, we have to track all the production, all this production related cost, okay, or manufacturing related cost. So in production, if you're going to produce a goods, let's suppose, now what is happening, we are going to produce a goods, in that we require raw material, then even certain manufacturing, processing cost also will be there. Apart from this, we are having like labor cost, also will be there. We are having marketing cost also will be there. We'll be having advertisement cost also will be there. Let's suppose this is 1000, this is 500, this is 300, and this is 200. So if you talk about total production cost, how much it is going to take, it is going to take 2000 rupees. So this is how people will analyze, okay, for raw material we have spent this much, labor cost is this much, marketing cost is this much, advertisement cost is this much, and overall production cost is this much. Now, so then they are going to check each and every segments, and if any cost cutting is possible, they will apply their mind and they'll try to reduce the cost in order to reduce the total production cost. If they are going to produce a goods in 2000 rupees, and let's suppose if they are saying selling in 3000 rupees, what is their benefit? The benefit will be 1000 rupees. Let's suppose this is your profit. Now here, if they want to maximize the profit, there are two ways to maximize the profit. Here, if they increase the product price, then the profit is going to be increased and it become 1500 rupees. But the problem is there are lots of competitor also in the market. So what will happen, we must have to balance our product prices. So people will have to think twice and thrice in order to increase their product prices and all, by seeing or considering the performance of their competitor. Now if they have to then what is the second way to increase the profit? So they are going to keep whatever the price is there, they are going to keep it as it is, and here they'll try to reduce the cost. So if they are trying to reduce the cost somewhere, it means once again the gap between this sales and purchase has increased, and their total benefit will be, or total profit will be 1200. So this can be possible only if they are having a proper report, if they are having a report by which they can track each and every cost which is taking place in an organization. So I hope whatever example I have given, that is pretty easy for you guys to understand. Now, so whatever I said, this example, I'll do one thing. So what we are going to do, this example I am going to configure, or I am going to set up here in SAP, and then I'll show you guys. And I have to add one more exclusive thing, guys, the use of OKB9 table. I'll repeat, the use of OKB9 table. Why I am going to add here, there is certain advantage, and one requirement I will be adding. When I give you guys real-time requirement, one requirement will be there from OKB9 table setting also. So that's what I am going to teach. I'm going to cover here itself, and that is relevant almost to the cost center accounting itself. So first of all, let me do the configuration, then I'll have to set up cost center, and then I'll show you guys what is the use of OKB9 table. Then you will be having 200% a clear picture and clear understanding about this, and then later on I'll share use some requirement, okay, related to OKB9 also. Okay, so now let me start the configuration. So now guys, before starting the configuration, we are having certain prerequisites. What are those prerequisites? Prerequisites in the sense organizational unit in controlling. That is, controlling area must be set up. So what is happening? Controlling area we are setting up during basic setting itself, because in most of the cases there will be certain errors. For few people some error will take place. So if you have set up the controlling area, it's okay. If not, then we'll have to set up our controlling area first. And then cost element accounting. Whatever GLs are there, for those GLs we need to create a cost element for controlling purpose. And cost element already I have explained in the previous session. And then we have to activate the cost center accounting in controlling area. So how to check these all things and how to activate these all things, I will tell you guys. And after doing, then we have to follow certain configuration steps, and then we can create a cost center. In cost center accounting, we are having three types of master data: cost center, activity type, statistical key figure. What is the use of activity types and statistical key figure, that I am not going to explain. I have to explain about cost centers. So okay, so better to remove this so that there won't be any kind of confusion here, or else better to remove this one also. Okay, now, so what are the prerequisites? The prerequisites are, first of all, we'll have to check whether we have created controlling area or not. So just use transaction code OKKP. This is the transaction code by which we are going to maintain the controlling area. So we'll have to check our controlling area first. Okay. Now see, click on position and give TM03 and just check. Okay. Controlling area is already there. Controlling area we have set up. Now cost element accounting. Cost element accounting already we have done. We have created certain cost elements. Still some more cost element need to be created, that I'll create after configuration. And then the third is activate cost center accounting and controlling area. So how to activate cost center accounting and controlling area, guys? Select your controlling area and click on activate components. Double click on activate components. Now see here, if you click on activate components, for you guys it will be like this. It will be like this. Okay. So what we are going to do now, here we are going to make it active. You can apply a check mark here on activity type, and even profit center accounting also we are going to activate right now itself, because in next session I have to explain the profit center accounting. So these things got activated, still order management and other things are not activated. Okay. Now, so we have to activate the things which is required. So our required, whatever are required for us, we have activated. Press enter, save it. Now, so we have activated the cost center accounting here. Now we are going to do certain configuration. So what configuration we are going to do? See here, maintain controlling area. Controlling area is already maintained, that we have checked. Create a cost center standard hierarchy. Why are we going to create this hierarchy? See, if we are having more than one cost center, then of course these all cost center will be coming under a hierarchy. There will be a kind of hierarchy like under, let's suppose we are having our company code here. We are having a company code, let's suppose TM03. Under this, if we are having several cost centers, like cost center number 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003. So these all cost centers will be shown under this tree. So that is called hierarchy. First of all, we'll have to create a cost center hierarchy, and apart from this, this is a mandatory setting. So we must have to do, this. So here we are going to create our cost center standard hierarchy. Now, if you want to create standard hierarchy, so what is the transaction code? OKEON. But I'll tell you guys, see, if you click, just come back, click on back button and double click on your Tata Motor. And if you see here, standard hierarchy, already we have created TM03. If you want to check further, /n and give this transaction code, give your controlling area. If you give your controlling area, what you are going to find that this standard hierarchy we have already created. It means whatever cost centers we are going to create, that will be created under this hierarchy itself. See here, our cost center is already created. If you want to give certain text, you can give a text here and save it. Okay, so this hierarchy also we have done. Now, creation of cost center categories. Cost center categories, that is also a mandatory setting while creating a cost center. Let's suppose cost centers we have bifurcated like production cost center and service cost center. So how will you come to know like which is the production cost center and which is the service cost centers, or different types of cost centers? So that will be differentiated by cost center categories. What are those cost center categories? Like, let's suppose we are having this transaction code. Use this transaction code OKA2, and if you want, you can create your cost center categories /n OKA2. Press enter. Generally, we can use the category which is already created, or else if you want to create your own, then better to copy one and you give a code which is not being used. I've given D because I found D is not being used over there. If you find, remove this functional area, we are not using this. Press enter. If the D code is already being used by somebody, then system will throw error. So we have created one cost center categories, production cost center, and the code we have given D. So these are the configuration steps which we have done, and there is one more setting which we have to do. See guys, we have to maintain a number range, because whenever you post a transaction in a FI, what will happen? The same transactions are getting copied to the controlling also. The only difference is in FI we are going to post a transaction against GL, but against that GL itself we have created a cost element also for controlling posting. So if you have posted a document in FI, system is going to generate a document number. But the same posting is happening even in controlling module also. So system will generate a document number in controlling module also. So what will be the document number? What will be the number range? So those we are going to define here for controlling number range. The transaction code is KANK. KANK/n KANK. Press enter. Now here what we are going to do, we are not going to create a number range. Instead of that, we are going to copy. We have to copy the number range. So we are going to copy from where? From 1000 to TM03. Press enter. 1000 is the standard company code given by SAP, and in most of the cases, wherever you have to copy, we are going to copy from 1000 itself, because that is a reference company code given by SAP. Now, our number range is copied. There are several number range which is copied from 1000 number. Now, so what we have done, we have done we have copied the number ranges also K and K. Now the next step is to create a cost center. If you have to create a cost center, let's see. So case 01 is the transaction code to create, case 02 for changes, case 03 for display and deletion, case 04. Now, so what we are going to do here, we'll create a cost center. Use transaction code case 01 and give a cost center, let's suppose CC or C 1000. I'm making an experiment here, let's see. Press enter. C stand for cost center. So C 1000 I have given. Let's suppose this is the number I have given. Now create a production cost center. Production cost center. Okay, if you want to give detailed description, we can give here detailed description. User responsible. Which user ID is responsible for this? So give, right now I am having this user ID 99 user 30. This is not a mandatory setting. If you want to give, you can give, or else person responsible. So here you need to give a person name, and then from which department. This is related to production department. You can give the department name. That is not a mandatory setting, so I have not given over anything over there. Cost center category we have created D. D is for production. Hierarchy area TM03, which is already set up. If you want to keep any business area, you can keep here, and currency INR. Press enter and press enter once again. Save it. Control S. Profit center we are not going to give because we have not created any profit center as of now, and profit center related settings are not there as of now. Now, if you want to change, click on change button and press enter, or else use transaction code case 02 if you want to like make changes CENTER, and then you can save it. Press enter. So this is how we can, if you want to display, once again use case 03 transaction code, or else click on display, and then this is how. Use transaction code case 04 if you have to block a cost center. If the cost center is not going to be used in future, then we have to block it. Now, so cost center is a master data which we are creating here in SAP. Now, so it means that is only one time creation. Now, so production cost center we have created. Now let's suppose, how are we going to track the cost? Production related cost, let's suppose, open a new screen. Open a new screen. Use transaction code FS00. Press enter here and change your company code TM03. Press enter, and then let's suppose we are having create one GL regarding raw material. Let's suppose here in asset master you can create a GL regarding raw material. Apart from this, we are having labor cost, so copy and make it. Say for example we are having 3004. a GL I have created for this. And then we are having marketing. So marketing, the marketing related, all the transactions will be posted to this GL. And then we will be having advertisement, make it 6. Okay, advertisement. Okay, so these are the GLs which is involved, like production cost. It doesn't mean that only one GL is going to be involved. There are lots of cost. There are lots of small activities are involved in production. So if you have to calculate production cost, then what will happen? Whenever you are going to make payment against labor account, whenever you are going to make payment against marketing account, whenever you are going to make payment against, sorry, whenever you are going to post any expenses or book any expenses against labor, against marketing, against advertisement, then what will happen? We have to we have to enter a cost center. Okay, we must have to enter a cost center. Now, say for example, so we'll do one thing. So we have created these GLs. Okay, now what is happening if you post any accounting entry against this GL, how the cost will flow, how the cost is going to flow from finance to account, that will be flow with the help of cost elements. So what we are going to do, we are going to create cost element for this GL. Okay, press enter and give your one and save it. So for advertisement we have created, double click on labor, click on display. Now, so labor account, edit cost element, press enter, give cost element category 1 and save it. And double click on marketing, click on edit cost element and press enter. So for all three GL, what I have done, I have created a cost element. In the same way, you can create a raw material GL also, and there also, if you want to create a cost element, you can create, but generally, okay. Now, so now what is happening here? So we have created these three cost elements against three GLs. So why we have created? Because cost elements are counterpart of GL. Now here we post a transaction against GL. The same cost is going to flow from FI to CO with the help of cost element. There the transactions are getting posted against a cost element. Okay. So GL itself, you can say indirectly it is called as a cost element in controlling. Now, so cost element we have set up for your same company code in controlling. Now what we are going to do? Now we are going to post certain expenses here, whatever this labor cost, advertisement, marketings are there. We are going to post certain entries against this, and then I'll show you guys how we are going to track the cost. So our cost center number is C1000. Just keep in your mind and use transaction code FB50, let's suppose. Give today's date and GL account I am going to give. What is our GL account? Let's suppose 4004. So 4004 debit 600 or 6000, and again your bank account will be credited with 6000. Okay, now here, or else we can post more GL 4005 will be debited with 2000, and 4006 6 will be debited with 1000, and your bank is going to be credited with entire 9000. Now guys, if you press enter, then what is happening? System is going to throw you error. System is saying that whatever GL we have created as a cost element GL, we must have to assign a cost object. Cost object is nothing but cost center. Even internal order profit center also is called as a cost object itself. But right now we are having cost object is cost center. So what system is saying that entry TM this 4004 does not exist in SKP1. Okay guys, we have made a mistake here. The transaction code, this transaction we are posting against company code TM04, whereas the setting we have done for TM03. So I'll have to change the company code, make it TM03, and then once again we are going to repeat here TM06 debit 6000, sorry 5, let's suppose debit once again 3000, and 4, let's suppose debit once again with 4500, let's suppose, and bank account is going to be credited with total, let's suppose make it 1000 itself so that it will be in round figure, and make it total 10,000. So this is how we are going to post the transaction. Once you press enter, then system will throw error. What error system is going to throw? System is asking that assign a cost object. So whichever GL, against whichever GL we have created a cost element, against those GL we need to assign a cost object. Cost object is nothing but your cost center itself. So here what we are going to assign? Here we have to assign cost center manually, that is C1000. Press enter. Again system is going to throw error. An entry in field cost center is not permitted for account 4006. Now it is a different error here. See guys, here is the problem. Somebody has suppressed the cost center. So that's what system is throwing error. An entry field cost center is not permitted for account 4006. Cost center is there, it is appearing, but since people have suppressed in field status group, somebody has suppressed, it was like this. I made it optional, and then I'll save it. And then let's see. Now come and see here. So I think I'll have to re-enter the transaction once again because the error has taken place. So now once again 4006, 4005, 4004, here 6000, 3000, 1000, 10,000, and then press enter. So system is going to throw out the error, cost object error. So if that error is there, then I am going to assign a cost center here against this line item. Again system will assign throwing error against this line item also. I have assigned a cost center. Why I have assigned a cost center? Because these all are production related GL, and here I have to specify credit amount. Press enter. So these are the cost which is taking place for production. So I have assigned a cost center against this. Okay, bank, against bank I am not going to assign any cost center now. So here now the problem is, here what we are going to do guys, here we are going to give cost center manually. Now if you forgotten, then what will happen, or else if you have given by mistake a different cost center instead of this cost center, if you have given a different cost center, then your entire report is going to be wrong, isn't it? If you are going to choose cost center manually, then your entire report is going to be wrong. So what will happen, in order to avoid these mistakes, what we are going to do, we are going to assign a default, we are going to go for a default setting. What is that? We are going to maintain a table called OKB9 table. OKB9 table. How to maintain OKB9 table? See, whichever GL we have created, whichever cost element we have created, because now in controlling GL we are not going to say, we are going to say GL as a cost element. So you just do one thing, click on new entry and here give your company code TM03 and give cost element 4004. That is one cost element, and it means this is the cost element we have given, and cost center C1000. It means whenever we make any posting against this cost element, then automatically system is going to fetch this cost center. Once again give your TM03 company code. Now give 4005 as a cost element. For this also system is going to fetch this deal. And for 4006, again this also system is going to. So whenever any expense or revenue related GLs are being created, what will happen? Organization is going to send you the request that kindly maintain OKB9 table. In the sense, newly created GL is going to be linked here against a particular cost center. So now I have assigned here a particular cost center and press enter. So now this is called default setting. Now whenever we are going to make any posting against this cost element, so called this GL, then system is going to derive cost center automatically. How it is going to derive, I'll just let you know. In this transaction guys, I have entered cost center manually, and which can be a root cause of the problem in terms of reports and all. Why? Because if I have given a wrong cost center, then system is going to post a value to that cost center, to wrong cost center itself, and then your entire report is going to be impacted. So that's what we have done, a default setting. I've just assigned those cost centers, I've just assigned those cost center against a cost element. And what I have done, now I am going to post a transaction once again. Use transaction code FB50, press enter. Give your document date, give your GL number, debit, let's suppose 4000, or I have given 6000, so let me give 6000 itself. And then once again give next GL, in the sense cost element, make it debit. And for this we are having 3000, GL number 4004. Against this we are going to paste 1000. Then we have to give bank GL and make it credit. Bank GL should be credited with 10,000 and press enter guys. If you press enter, see there is no error at all. Why system has not thrown any error? The reason behind is system is able to find the default cost center. Automatically the cost center got updated here. So this is the use of OKB9 table. If you have to bring automatic cost center against any cost element or so-called GL, or else even profit center also we can maintain in OKB9 table, internal order also we can maintain in OKB9 table. Okay, so that is the use of OKB9 table, to bring a default cost center. Now if you want to change the cost center, you can change the cost center. If you don't want to keep this cost center, if you feel that this GL balances or amounts or transactions should be posted against a different cost center, we can change it manually here. See, we can change it manually because it is in editable mode. Now I am going to simulate this accounting entry. See guys, at a time I have posted, at a time I am going to post all these accounting entries for advertisement, marketing and labor account. If you want, you can post a separate transactions, separate entry in different date also. So post this entry. Now we have posted an entry, document number 1058 got posted. Okay. Now what will happen? So here we have to see the report. Okay. For production, whatever the total production cost is there, if you want to see the report, how you are going to see the report? In order to see the report, we are having transaction code KSB1. KSB1 you can see here, KSB1 is the transaction code by which we can see the report. /n KSB1 is the transaction code. Give your transaction code KSB1. Give your cost center and remove the cost element. Okay, and here if you want to see this much for a particular month, you can give a range for this month, for entire year, for 2 years, for 1 month, for 15 days, for 1 day, whatever you want. You can give a range here. Remaining keep as it is and click on execute. See, cost center already given here C1000. Now see guys, how system has bifurcated. Total production cost is 10,000, out of which 10,000, 1,000 is your labor cost, 3,000 is the marketing cost, 6,000 is the advertisement cost. Like that we can create, we can, what to say. And this offset account is nothing but the offsetting account. Like this is a debit entry, so what is the credit? The credit is 1,000, that is your bank account. So this is how we can see the report. And now even in production cost, let's suppose this is the total production cost 10,000. In production, what is the percentage or what is the contribution of marketing cost? So here 3,000. Now if you want to see particularly only marketing cost itself, if you want to see particularly marketing cost itself, then what you have to do, you need to give a cost element number here and then execute. For marketing we have given cost element number. This is your total marketing cost, guys. So this is how we can see the report. So guys, that's all in cost center accounting.